Good evening, and welcome to Geology Club's April meeting. On behalf of the leadership team, we thank you for joining. Tonight, we don't have any celebrities or arena announcements, but we do have 400 members in 16 states and growing.
Geology Club rocks!
All right, everybody, it's April. So we do have quite a lot of members now. So we wanted to break down real quick just what is happening with your money. We have the lowest dues out there. $10 for a single membership is pretty low. So we wanted to just break that down for you real quick. EFMLS, AFMS dues, EFMLS insurance, that's the big one. The EFMLS insurance covering everybody, that is the big one. PayPal and fees, Claude, Geology 365. So what I have here is this $1.93 figure. Don't take that as what we actually can run on, because there's so much more that we have to pay for and do. There's legal stuff like the PA and federal filing things. You know, there's reimbursements. Pretty much all of the events and, you know, fossils and hot chocolate, the fossils and hot dogs we did last year, all that stuff. That's, you know, that's not being covered by club treasury. You know, that's being covered by members. I've personally funded most of that. So, and that's just my thank you to all of you for being members. I love having everyone enjoy the hot chocolate that I bought. So, but you know, going forward, we want to be able to fund some of this stuff. We want to be able to use club funds and things like that. So we are also in the position to take donations at this point. So we will, you know, if you have a donation you'd like to make, we do have a tax form. It'll be tax write-offable. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. So we'll have some fundraisers this year, but you know, we do want to get some stuff out to you all as members. You know, we want to give back to you all first and foremost. As you all can see right here, this is the first Geology Club shirt with the new logos. It's got the, you know, logo on the back. I don't know if you can see that, but this was just this was a test run. We're seeing how they work. The leadership team will have this. That way you know who we are on field trips, stuff like that. But we want to bring more to you. So stickers, you know, T-shirts, all that kind of stuff. Coming very soon. We're already designing them. It's already in the works. But we, you know, because we are a nonprofit. We're growing a community, not a bank account. And that's what it really is about. We don't want to grow a bank account. We want to just, you know, be able to raise funds to give back to you, to be able to fund some of the stuff that we all know that you want, because we've all heard that you want T-shirts and stickers and all that stuff. So we're going to be working on that. Speaking of which, we want to hear from you. Our Bedrock Bulletin every month. We want your contributions. Anything you want to submit. First and foremost, the Rockhound of the Month submission. So, excuse me. So every member has the ability to nominate someone else every month, you know, for Rockhound of the Month. If you know someone who's really awesome and has been getting out there and always finds the stuff, you know, send it our way. But we want your poetry, rock stories, trip recaps, specimens, pictures, videos, events, anything, you know, just send it our way. geologyclubnews@gmail.com. Let us in, you know, let us know what you're, you know, thinking and what you want to do. So share your knowledge and experience with the community. So, Rockhound of the Month, let's just get right to it. This is nominated by you, and this is part of, you know, making it about the members and not about anything else. So, winners will receive recognition on the monthly meeting. You're about to see the March winner. You get bragging rights. We are also currently working on the custom Geology Club t-shirt for the Rockhound of the Month. So you will get your own special version of the t-shirt. We have a special logo and all that. Tina Kruger, leader Tina Kruger, is working on that. We are not releasing the designs yet. We're still tweaking, but you know, it's very close. You also will be entered in Rockhound of the Year to win the Rockhound of the Year at the end of the year. So we had submissions in March. we all looked at them, the leadership team, and we all hold a vote. So that starts with Tina, Joe, and I, and then we extend that into the leadership team members, and we all vote on who we think should be the Rockhound of the Month. March's winner, and here we go, everybody. This is our first Rockhound of the Month winner is Maryland resident Robert Quaid. We know him. He has helped out on the Mineral Hill trips, the Maryland Mineral Hill trips. He's been out in New Paris last year. He's helped out a lot. He was submitted by a member, and I thought, sounds great. Congratulations, Robert Quaid. We voted, and you are it says April Rockhound of the Month. You're actually the March Rockhound of the Month. I apologize. We're announcing it in April, but you were selected and nominated in March. My apologies for the typo there. But congratulations. So everyone, starting right now, get your names in for April. We'll pick another name at the end of the month, and that'll be on the May meeting. So congratulations, Robert Quaid, and let's get some more names in there. All right. AFMS Future Rockhounds of America fossil badges. All the badges. There's so many badges that you can earn. We looked at it. We were figuring it out, and it looked like in 2 trips in March, we were able to actually provide these for youth. We have 6 youth that have already earned these badges. So Kyle Kessler, Eleanor Klopp, and Jason Klopp, they've already gotten their badges. I still have Aussie's fossil badge for her, but Augie and Calvin, they both earned theirs out at C&D Canal. And you will see that here momentarily, because we have a recap from the event out there, and it is quite awesome. So let me just share that with you all. Oh yeah, well, let's just go ahead and do this since the screen switched anyway. We need a Geology Club youth director. So I've kind of been handling things. I've been looking into this. We just need someone who's energetic, who can, run some of these events. We want to start doing focused, do some of the activities to earn these badges on Zoom before you get to an event to do it in person. So we want to have some, pretty specialized things going on. We have a lot that we are working on currently that is going to be very exciting, that will be released here soon. But we really need a Geology Club youth director. So if you have youth experience, if you are engaged and want to see youth grow in the geology field, we would love to have you. So reach out to us, geologyclubnews@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. So without further ado, let's check out the field trip from C&D Canal. It was quite a lot of fun. Here we go. Woo! We got a flag! This is the C&D Canal dumps. We have a bunch of members here today. We have some youth collecting their fossil badges. Check out how many people. We've already lost some people back out in the reeds, so we'll find them later. But there's someone way back there. See that? Way back there. So the reeds have grown up. There are a lot of reduced areas here to collect. We're gonna walk around and see what people are pulling out. And I've got a surprise for some of the youth over here. They've already earned their badges. I have them here today, about to give it to them. Let's go do it. I'm here with Jason and Eleanor Klopp. They have already earned their fossil badges back in New Ringgold on March 15th. So check this out. They are each getting one of these. It's the AFMS Future Rockhound of America patch that goes with the badges. So you get one each of those. And this is their fossil badge right here. Check that out. We're going to try to get as many of these out to the youth this year as possible. There you go. One for you and one for you. What do y'all think?
I like them. Thank you.
Come on, give me a woo!
Woo!
Ah, all right. Come on, one more. There we go. Now they're excited. We're gonna find lots of good fossils today, so let's go check it out. Koi Rockhound.
I did good on gastropods.
Yeah, that gastropod's really
I
nice.
think I got 5 gastropods. Oh, wait a minute, my teddy bear.
Your teddy bear.
My teddy bear.
All right, so what we call teddy bears is these. It has a head and 4 legs. It's actually an ammonite. These can be iridescent out here. This one doesn't have too much of that. There, look at that structure. They formed in segments like that all the way down the shell. It was like squid. Very cool. Great job there, Corey. Of course, we got Dr. Jen Pate on the trip. Oh, yeah. And the baby. Baby's rocking the song today. Oh, yeah. What's up, baby? How you doing, sir?
Oh, good. How are you?
Oh, yeah. Great day for finding fossils out here.
Definitely, yeah.
So today on the trip, we are going to raffle off this Area 52 Herkimer Diamond crystal from New York. They sent it to me this week in a box, said give it out some numbers. Well, here we go. Kelly is going to choose the winner.
From the land of 10 million belemnites, we have...
Here we go. And our winner is going to be, last 3 numbers is 753. So now here I have to go find who's got 753. So now I'm going to walk around and figure out who's 753. Are you 753?
I don't know.
Well, you weren't supposed to wave in the car. All right, so now we got to figure out who won it. We'll be back.
You made me walk all the way back to get this ticket. After I walked back twice, 3 times.
And guess what?
Guess what?
Did we win?
You won.
Whoa! Thank you.
The winner of the Area 52 crystal are these 2. What's your names?
Calvin.
Pauline Markey.
All right,
Yeah.
Geology Club members.
Thank
Great
you.
job. Oh yeah. So you finding good stuff out here today? You got a
Yeah.
bucket full of stuff?
Yeah, he's got a whole
I got a
pocket
pocket
full
full.
of belemnites.
Because you're doing the fossil badge too, right?
Yeah, I think I left the bag in the car, but I just got a pocket full.
You've got 15. You're good. But congratulations on the crystal. Great job. And I hope you have a lot of fun out here today.
Thank you. Yeah, we're having fun. Thank you.
Give me a woo!
Woo!
All right. So thank you, Shane and Sherry Moore from Area 52, Area 51 miners. That is awesome. He is a very happy camper now because he's not only got fossils today, he's got an Area 52 alien crystal. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice one. Oh yeah. Good area. All right, look what Augie's got. He's already collecting a whole box. This is one of the requirements of the fossil badge is to get at least 15 and to go on a trip and do a dig. Look at all of these. Look at that. Yeah, he's got some good belemnites there. Look at this specimen here. This is one of those, if it was full and complete on this side, this is one of those heart-shaped bivalves. Very cool specimen there. Great job, little man. Give me a high five. Oh yeah, he has earned his fossil badge already with that collection there. So we're gonna get you signed up. I'll get some paperwork with Dad over here in a little bit, and Mom. So yeah, great job, little guy. Keep on going. You're gonna find a lot more stuff today. Don't worry. So we're gonna send out for those patches, and probably next time I see you, you'll have them. Oh, who's this guy over here? He made it out. Didn't you come all the way from like Jersey or something? Wow. There you go. Field trip director Vanessa Burnett here with the big belemnite. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. Very cool. I was gonna just check in and see what you were finding, but
Finding lots of cool stuff.
oh yeah,
Lots of cool stuff.
good job with that one. How you doing? Finding good stuff over here?
I'm looking for a teddy bear ammonite, but I was going to ask you what they look like because you said you found one.
Corey's got a good one. Watch this. She's gonna be like, look.
Never found, actually.
Oh, look, it's iridescent.
Oh my God!
It is iridescent. Wow.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, that's what you want to find.
Look at this.
Yeah, big teddy bear.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Look at this.
Corey's on it today.
Gorgeous.
Corey's got it
Here, you
today.
can have that, just so you have
Oh,
one.
thank you.
There you go.
Some views of this one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the best one I've ever
That
found
is-
here.
That is just so brilliantly iridescent. I don't think this camera is picking it up too well, but that is just amazing. I've never seen one myself that's that bright white. That is just absolutely amazing in there. Very cool. Great job, Corey. Wow. Look how big that thing is.
Thing is huge. It's over an inch long.
Yeah, it is. Now that iridescence I can see on the camera.
It's like orange,
Yeah.
red, green.
That
Some
is
blue.
crazy. Keep on spinning around. That is nuts. Wow. Great job. Sarah just past where Corey just found that big ammonite. Look at this. This is a whole section and it's a iridescent. Holy crap. Very cool, very cool. Great job, Sarah.
Thank you.
There you go. Oh yeah, Rich Casey finding the shells, not the UV, but he's got some shells. I bet you you're gonna hit that with a UV tonight, aren't
Oh,
you?
we gotta clean it up though.
Yeah. I bet you you'll be hitting that with a UV light. Oh, I know. some of the belemnites do react.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, check it out. All right. I want to thank Vanessa. She set up the trip today. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
And she's going to have a lot more stuff coming everyone's way. It's going to be awesome. So on behalf of the Geology Club field trip, everyone here, we will see you next time. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed that. This is the first of a couple of announcements here. We need beta testers. So basically, we're developing some apps that really are going to be pretty cool for the community. I'm not going to go into what they are yet because they're pretty cool. But we need some testers. It can't just be us doing it. So if you want to be on the inside, if you want to know some inside information behind the scenes at Geology Club, this is for you. Beta testing, I think you'll really get a kick out of it. So email geologyclubnews@gmail.com. Let us know that you want to be a beta tester because we could really use you. There will be some requirements. I mean, we do want to make sure you're actually testing this stuff and not just finding out new stuff we're working on. So there will be some requirements, get back to us with what you think, any quirks, anything we need to change, that kind of stuff. So, but we can use your help. We'd love to have you. So, trips. This is our bigger trips list. So we're going to run a lot of smaller trips in between all of these, but this is across a bunch of different states here. Now, the biggest thing I need to tell everyone is we don't have a date specifically for Lancaster Amethyst right now. 424, 425, 51, and 52 are all potential dates that it could happen. And we've been told it's only going to be one day this year. So you all are knowing this at the same time. 424, 425, 51, 52 could potentially be the Lancaster Amethyst field. Now, we have National Limestone on the 2nd. We also have the Ohio trip on the 25th. So potentially, when we know, it's going to affect maybe one of those if it's not on the Friday. So Friday 424, Saturday 425, Friday 51, Saturday 52. So we don't really know, but keep your days open. If you're really excited about this one, I'm giving you all the info we have. We'll get the exact date out to you as soon as we hear, and you will know. And we may have to do, depending on the limit on that trip, if there is a limit, we may have to do a lottery as well, because I know everyone will be trying to pack into that one, especially since it's only one day. So bear with us. As soon as we know from the farmer, we will get the info to you. So This weekend, Saturday, that trip is full. We're running that one. 425, Arcola Creek Park in Madison, Ohio. It's right on the lake. You're going to be UV collecting fluorescent sodalite right on the shore, and I believe there's the UV Hunters Club up there is there as well. Samantha, are you on tonight? Did you want to say anything about that real quick?
Yes, I'm on tonight. So, it's not another club. It's just the guy who runs it. He graciously lend us, his expertise, and it's just not UV sodalites. They call them neolites. So we're going to learn about what makes it a neolite instead of a sodalite at that, and it's going to be fun. I mean, who doesn't like looking for glowing rocks? I had the chance to collect some selenite and just found out that when you put the light on and take it away, it still shines. So I'm all about that UV reactive.
Awesome. So a little phosphorescence there.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. So Samantha Voschel is our Ohio VUG director, and she's leading that trip. There'll be more coming from out there as well. Tonight's giveaway is some flint from out there that she sent for us. I'll pull that out here in a minute. So that will go in with some Area 52 crystals and all that. Moving on, 516, 517, Tilcon Quarry in Wallingford, Connecticut, and Hewitt Gem Mine in Haddam, Connecticut. So those two are back to back. That is with the Central PA Rock and Mineral Club. That's going to be, a joint trip with them. Same as National Limestone. We'll have Central PAs there as well. We'll be doing a lot of, joint, trips, further trips with them and some other stuff as well. So after that, 523, 524. So that is Memorial Day weekend, Area 52, Fonda, New York. We have 45 that are allowed to get in. And basically, we're going to get out all the info. We're going to do a lottery. I know everyone wants to get in there. So we have a second trip during Labor Day in the fall. So if you don't get in on this one, you got a chance in the second one. Those who we'll get you all the info, and we'll get the sign up for that, and we'll have all the details in there. I plan on getting a field trip email out by Friday, hopefully. Don't quote me on that, but I'm doing my best to get May's stuff out there. So 531, the end of the month, number 9 coal mine, Lehigh Anthracite up in Lansford, PA. That is a fun trip. You go underground, learn about the coal, and then we learn about Lehigh Anthracite. So 412, Texas Quarry, Cockeysville, Maryland. This is, you've been seeing other clubs get in there. Pisa got in there. We have July 12th. Personally, for me, I drive by this quarry every day. When I leave here tonight to go home, I'm going to drive right by it to go home. My great-grandfather worked in the quarry when I was a kid, before I was even born. So very personally cool for me to set foot in that quarry once we get there. 718, 719, the next weekend after Texas Quarry is MVMM Mohawk Sprakers Trip. We'll have discounts for that. September 5th and 6th, that's the Labor Day weekend back up at Area 52. And then I believe there's some more after that, Mohawk trip again, and some other stuff that we have. I just didn't fit on the screen here. This was the important stuff getting us to September. So I am also setting a date for New Paris Quarry with Steve Lindbergh, Professor Steve Lindbergh. Currently, I just haven't gotten the email back. I gave him 4 dates, so I'll get that out to members as soon as possible as well. New Paris is always fun. They have fluorite, calcite, and all kinds of fossils out there. So very fun. All right. So, like I said, I'll get a trip email out by Friday. Here we go. So, we just talked about going up to Area 52. Well, I've been getting their crystals off of their auctions. They've been sending me some to give out to all of you. The auction, the giveaway tonight is 3 of their crystals that they sent. So, you saw the crystal that we gave away out in C&D. So some of the ones that come in are pretty interesting. So they go right to Dr. Kyle Trostle, who is on here tonight. And if Kyle, you want to unmute yourself, basically he did some testing and found something very, very cool. And he's going to explain it all because even though I typed this on the screen, I'm not sure I can do the best describing it. So, Kyle, you there?
Yep, made it.
All right.
Hi, everybody. So yeah, Andrew gave me one of the Area 52 crystals, and it turns out it is pretty much perfect with regards to Brazil law twinning.
Oop.
That's very cool from like a historical kind of perspective. So we can use light interacting with our crystal to learn something about it, and that's what this little device is with the crystal slice in it. Basically, back during World War II, folks were going around the country trying to find perfect quartz crystals to use in quartz oscillators for radios and such. And they kind of wrote off New York and Arkansas, and they ended up importing a whole bunch of quartz from Brazil. But at least this one piece of quartz, which is just one, but this one piece of quartz from up in Area 52 is actually pretty perfect. So it's kind of a cool little weird history thing. Maybe if Area 52 had been open back in World War II, might not have been importing as much quartz from Brazil. Anyway, kind of cool.
Very cool. So, as we test more of these crystals and as we do, more cool things with them, I'm going to have Dr. Kyle Trostle come on and tell you all about them because I personally think the optical testing with the crystals is very cool. And it turns out Shane Moore, the owner of Area 51, 52, he actually works for a company where they kind of actually do this and they have the equipment to do it. So he was just learning about all this as I'm sending him all this stuff. So he's kind of diving into it as well. It's very, very fun, very cool. So thank you, Dr. Kyle Trostle. We are going to hear more from him. All right. So here's my personal announcement. Last summer, Maryland Public Television followed me around for a weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And basically I was showing them how the Susquehanna ties into the history of the region and the history of the Susquehanna River as it applies to the Chesapeake. So I took them up to Chickies Rock, which was one of the oldest rocks on the river, also to the Conewago Potholes, which is in the Triassic, but was, modified by more recent geological processes with the outflows of the glaciers, carving the, holes into them. And then also to my Keystone Treasure Hunters, where we're gold panning and showing a Boy Scout troop gold panning. So basically it's an hour-long film. My part is only the first 7 minutes of the film, but it sets up the story for everything else that follows in the film after that. I will be at the Avalon Theater in Easton, Maryland on Thursday at the premiere, but April 19th, across TV, cable, internet, Zoom, or not Zoom, YouTube, all of that, premieres April 19th as part of Chesapeake Water Week for Maryland Public Television. So I want to let you all know about that. I'll be sharing all the details as I get them and any promos I get as we get them after. So hope you all tune in. And I'll have the video after it airs to show everybody. I couldn't do it prior or I'd get sued. So, all right. So I'm going to stop sharing. I am not sure if Bob Quaid, Robert, were you on when I announced did you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So you are Rockhound of the Month for March. Congratulations, sir. I didn't see you on when I was announcing it, and I saw you pop up after that. So congratulations, sir.
I appreciate it.
All right. Oh, yeah. Well, all right. It is giveaway time. We have quite a few things here today. Of course, you're going to get it in this. But the first thing is, this is a double crystal from Area 52. You can see the double terminations in there. That is actually a double crystal. It's a little beat up on that side, but, you know, they're all a little beat up tonight, but we got some other stuff. So this is kind of cool in its own respect. It is a little busted right in there, that hole there, but kind of cool. It's got some reheal on it. It's got some actual dolostone embedded in there. And then we have another one. This is double terminated. It's got some facets. It's not the prettiest either because it does have right here, it does have some of the dolostone inclusion and some calcite inclusion right into there. However, still unique, not perfect, but it might be perfect for you, as Shane always says on the auctions. And then we have flint that was sent out from Samantha Voschel. Some of the locations that they collect at. Some very cool things. There's a little vug in that one. Very cool specimens here. So threw those in. And then we also, from the C&D Canal Trip, I know probably everyone has these. They are imperfectly perfect. Yeah, that's a good one, Rich. All right, so some belemnites. Had to throw in some belemnites from the C&D Canal. I will tell you the one little fact that most people don't know. It is illegal to sell belemnites from the C&D Canal Reedy Point location. I think it has something to do with the fact that it's owned by the Army Corps of Engineers and you're only allowed to dig there because your taxpayer money is paying for it, that kind of thing. But there is a law that says you're not allowed to actually sell the belemnites. Just want to let everyone know. So let's all put into the comments number between 1 and 400. We're going to do 400 since we have 400. We are going to do this drawing after the presentation tonight. Tonight is a great presentation, so I'm about to hit play on that. For the first part, we have Andy Wyatt, founding leader of Geology Club, Andy Wyatt, who is going to present on actual camera photography of specimens. And then we have Mike Faller, who's our strata archivist. Love that title. And he's going to do the cell phone side of things, the digital side of things. So everyone get their numbers in. If there's a duplicate number, if you choose a number that's already been chosen, you need to guess again. We only do one number at a time per person. And also, at the end, we'll do the drawing. If you are not a member, I'm going to try to recognize who you are. If you're a member, I'll have your address. If not, I'll probably request your address so I can send this out free of charge. This is a completely free giveaway, including shipping. So thank you all for being here. It's a thank you for being a member. So, all right. Here we go. I'm going to get the presentation started tonight. 1 second. And please enjoy. We are going to stop after Andy's part of things. We're going to stop for questions before we switch to Mike. So please hold on any questions until after Andy is done. And hey members, if you don't have access to a full Hollywood production studio with all the gear, the camera equipment, the lights, and of course, the teleprompters, well, tonight we have a great presentation for you. A double header with both founding leader Andy Wyatt and strata archivist Mike Faller, giving you the great tips and tricks on how to get that great pic of your specimen. Whether you're using a full DSLR camera or just your cell phone, Andy and Mike have you covered. Take it away, guys.
Hi, Geology Club. I'm Andy. Tonight we're going to talk about photography. I've gotten a lot of compliments on my pictures of minerals. People always ask, how do you get these pictures? How do you get that reflection? Well, we'll go through the process of what I do. It's not necessarily the only way to do this, I'm sure. It's probably not even close to being the best way of doing it. This is just how I do it. I don't take pictures with a phone. I've seen other people get amazing pictures with a phone, and for the life of me, I don't know how they're doing it because I can't do it. I've never really learned how to use the phone because, well, I've got this. I've been doing this for a lot longer than I've been doing rock hounding. Been taking nature pictures for over 40 years. So I already had the equipment. So it's, the rocks and minerals just sort of, followed suit. The equipment, the camera is a Nikon D500. The lens is a Nikon 105 millimeter macro lens. Macro meaning it will take a 1-to-1 life-size image without any additional help like cropping or using any special filters or add-ons. And 1-to-1 means this subject, let's say it's 1.5 inches, take the photo, that image will be that size on the sensor. So that's 1-to-1. The flash is a Neeweer, I don't know the model, Neeweer Speedlight. They make flashes for all cameras. You just have to find one that's compatible with yours. They're like $40-50 on eBay or Amazon. I like this one because it's adjustable up and down, left to right. And the power is adjustable as well. This is just a homemade diffuser. It's just cardboard that's taped together. It's got some aluminum foil on the inside. I'm shooting through a paper towel and a white plastic bag to diffuse the light. That's what that does, is it spreads the light out and makes it a lot softer. Without it, if I was just using the flash, this is way too harsh. It's way too, very white and harsh and not very appealing. So you soften up the light and that makes it look a lot nicer. That just slides on there. So, I do use a tripod for a couple reasons. First is peace of mind. I know that's not moving. The tripod, the camera's not moving, so there will be no motion blur. Also, when I'm taking pictures, let's say we just get back from National Limestone, I've got a whole box of rocks I need to take pictures of. I will sort them out by size and by how dark or light they are. And the reason that is, once I get set up and I'm happy with the exposure, I can remove that specimen, put the next one that's similarly sized, and I know that I'm going to be close. So I don't have to keep adjusting and moving back and forth. I can get through them quicker that way. Most people are familiar with my black background and reflection. That's any piece of glass will work. You don't have to go to all this. I built this because this piece of glass is very heavy. I got this for free. It was somebody threw out a table, so I took the tabletop off, and this is almost a 1/2 inch thick. This is pretty heavy. This is like probably over 40 pounds. So I built this just to have something sturdy to sit it on. But any piece of glass will work. Picture frame glass. You can set it between a couple buckets, a couple chairs. You can do this in any room in your house. The black background is achieved with this. It's just a sheet. This is not the background. Down here is the background, because I'm shooting down at an angle. The reason being, I don't want this front edge or this back edge to be in the picture. If it is, the flash is going to catch it, and it's just going to be a white streak across the picture. There's just no getting around it. So I line things up so that the bottom of the picture is behind this front edge, and the top of the picture is in here somewhere. I like to keep the background pretty far down below the glass. Reason is, if I have it tight up against the bottom of the glass, it's going to be in focus. It's going to be, and everything that's on it is going to be in focus. The dirt, the folds, the creases. You keep it down here that's out of focus completely, and it's just a black background. For dark minerals, say goethite or tourmaline, they would get lost in this black background. Smoky quartz, whatever. I use white poster board, and I'll just put that on top. You can put it on the bottom, but it doesn't really benefit because the reflection doesn't show up with a white background. Very, very little anyway. It's we'll take a couple pictures to show you the process and how I adjust. This is a piece of chrysocolla and some talc. That's from Mineral Hill in Carroll County, Maryland. That's where Geology Club has been and will be going back to. I get that set there. I always focus manually. And we'll take a picture and we'll see. So that is like way overexposed. So we'll adjust. That is full power on the flash. It will go to half power. And I'm going to move this up just a little bit. That's much better. And what I'll typically do is, for the first couple shots, I will take 5, 6, 7 pictures. I'll move this up and down all around. I won't do all that right now, but I will experiment with it, which is a nice thing about digital photography. You don't like what you see, you just delete it. You're not wasting film. Not that anybody under the age of 50 knows what film is. For darker minerals, we'll go with this piece of poster board, and we'll clip it on here just to keep it from sliding around. In the back, I curl it up. I don't fold it. You don't want to see a crease. So I'll just roll it up, put something heavy behind it. And we'll piece of actinolite from the same Mineral Hill. It's a little bit bigger, so I'll have to back up a little. And that's pretty washed out as well. So we will, I think we're just going to go like that. Oh, that's a little too much. There we go. So once I have all the pictures, I have all the ones I don't want deleted, I can further tweak the photographs on the computer. I don't do a whole lot of post-editing because I'm usually pretty tired of the whole process at that point, but I can adjust the exposure up a little bit if I'm off a little. If it's the reflection is just a little bit too much and I wanted to settle it down a little bit, I can adjust that through the contrast. But for the most part, yeah, that's it. That's done. So Andrew's going to show a couple of pictures and that I've taken previously, and then if anybody has any questions, I'm here to hopefully give you some knowledgeable answers.
I used to do a lot of the same similar things. I do have a similar setup for when I do my phone for minerals and things. But I use lights, all kinds of lights in different angles. I'm always moving them around to get the right lighting angle. I don't have the glass set up like he did, but I do use the black background, that kind of stuff. Andy?
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we got you. All right, great, cool. Yeah, so if anyone has any questions for Andy on that side of things, feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question.
Hey, Andy, this is Johan. Thank you for a great presentation.
Thank you.
Do you feel your current height is ergonomic? You know, I would get a back pain within 10 minutes.
Not so much. I'm not doing this for, long periods of time. It's when we get our specimens back and cleaned up, I'm only taking pictures of, 20, 30 things maybe at the most. Most of the time it's even less. That's I haven't had too much issue with back stress or anything like that.
Thank you. Also, Andrew indicated he has multiple light sources. You have one light source. How do you feel about the shadows that you create and some of the items on the specimens? It seems like you can get a pretty black and white contrast from the flash.
That's why I diffuse it, and I don't. I never shoot the flash directly at the specimen. I'm usually bouncing it off the ceiling or off a sidewall. It's never directly head on, and I will. I'll move it around. I'll take 7, 8 pictures until I'm happy with it.
Right. Yeah, you can always delete. Taking pictures takes a lot more effort.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I only take pictures right now with a smartphone because I'm lazy. Maybe I have a similar setup like you, but one tip that I have for the users that I use little reflective cards that I can add lights on the sides. When your flash goes off, it can reflect of little mirrors on the side, and it doesn't have to be fancy. I have 2 aluminum cardboards that happen to be dividers in a praline box between the different pralines, but it provides on its own a good diffused reflection. So I can take a piece of putty, put it on a block and move it around on the glass plate like you have left and right, just to add a little shadow or take away some of the shadows and add a little light.
Yeah. That's a good tip. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot with secondary light sources. I had a ring flash that was detachable. It used to be right on the front of the lens. I would detach it and try holding it with my hand and trying to. It just got to be too cumbersome. So, but I'll try that with some sort of foil or something reflective and try to fill in the shadows.
It is. I mean, you can take some heavy duty aluminum foil, and typically the foil has two sides. It has a matte size and it has a highly reflective size. So I take a strip, I don't know, 5-6 inches, and I cut it in two, put it with a little bit of adhesive on cardboard, and then I can move the cardboard around I mean, in my case, many of the crystals that I like are glossy and reflective, which could be a pain in a place you don't want to know about. But with the way you do it, with your paper and plastic, you have less of a trouble on that one. But at the same time, if you want to bring out the forms in the crystal, I mean, let's say you have a quartz point and you want to have a little reflection on the left, a little on the right, a little on the front, that's where these reflectors come in to accentuate the form of the crystal. And then your ring light will work really well for close-ups.
Yes, that's the only time I use the ring light. Ring flash is for extreme close-ups.
So I do have pictures here. Give me 1 second. So these are some of Andy's photographs. This is Wave of Light from Mount Pleasant Mills. There's the amethyst field that we're all itching to get into again. You're gonna have to tell me what this is, Andy.
That's the chrysocolla that I took a picture of during the presentation.
Okay.
That's the actual picture.
Very cool. So that was actually during that video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Eastonite from C.K. Williams.
Very cool. Mica's sometimes hard and challenging with the reflections.
And that's the actinolite that I took during the presentation as well.
Cool. So that's all of those. All right. And check out Andy's Facebook page. He's got all kinds of pictures all through it. So he's always posting cool stuff from around the area. So, all right. Does anyone else have any other questions for Andy? Ted, unmute yourself.
Before somebody starts talking, I use my smartphone, and I have it in a clamp to hold it steady, and then I use a Bluetooth device just to click the image so there's no vibrations or blurriness on your phone as well. If you look at Andy's setup, it's pretty sturdy, it's pretty heavy. He won't have that much of a trouble unless a big truck goes past his workshop. But if you work with a very light camera, you may have that trouble. I don't know, Andrew, you and I had a lot of fun about how to take bad pictures, right? Do it in the dark, jump up and down.
Oh yeah.
I think this could be a good time too, reflecting on what we see on Facebook and other places as well. If you have natural light, go to a window on the north side of your house, because that provides neutral white light for a specimen, and bring it as close as possible to the window so you get maximum amount of light on there too. If you try to do it in the sun, it's going to bleach, it's going to be yellow, it's not going to work very well. So try to get as much daylight as you can, or if you go outside, go under a tree, and do not go straight in the sun, because you get false shadows and false color as well.
Awesome. Good tips. Ted, you there now?
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
Thanks, Andy, for presenting how you take your pictures. Question: have you done any macro or micro, I should say, going in very small sections of a crystal or anything like that?
I have not technically micro, because you're getting into specialized equipment that I don't have for that, but I have taken some pretty interesting close-ups of crystal structure and things like that with what I have, and also the camera's crop sensor. I can cheat a little bit with it as well.
Has there been any, let's say, minerals or that you really couldn't get a good picture of?
You just they're like pyrite is very tough. It's because no matter which way you're putting the flesh, it's just so reflective. It's it's tough. Yeah, I have to usually if I have a piece of pyrite, I have to move it around, change the angle of the flash, and take about a dozen pictures before I'm happy with it.
Have you used the camera in the field, or you just leave it at home and
Yeah, no, not for
okay,
not for rock hounding. No.
okay, all right, thank you.
I have done
Thank you.
that. I have definitely done that with a big full DSLR lens, and it gets really dirty and dusty, and gets you know when you're trying to zoom and stuff. So
I busted my cell phone screen at National Limestone Quarry last year. My phone now stays away from rock hounding.
well,
Have any of you ever made a white box out of cardboard for the people on the budget? The white light box.
So I use one for mine. I use a light box. I cheated though. I didn't make one. I bought one from Amazon. You can get them for like $30. And then I purchased for my iPhone. I have a macro lens that just clips on to the front of it, and you can get really, really close. So I mostly collect fossils. I'm not much of a in the minerals or anything like that, but so I can get some really detailed photos of macro fossils using that setup. Just the simple light box, the macro lens, and I'm using this on an iPhone. I think that was like $30 as well. You can find cheaper ones that work really, really good too. But it's simple setup and cheap, and works well.
Yeah. So I'm a worship photographer, so I mean, I would love to kind of get into the no motion photos.
There you go. Yeah. It's fun. You just it's cathartic for me. I just do my whole setup and then capture whatever finds were for that.
I made a light box with a old cardboard box and an old bed sheet. As long as it's white all the way around, and then you can shine LED spots top, left, right, and front into your box. But like you saw, like Andy was doing, I think it's a smart approach. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take a light box, to do the lighting. It could be a lot simpler.
So this is a perfect segue to Mike's presentation. He's talking about all this, the cell phone side of things as well. So without further ado, Mike answer some of these questions and address some of these things. So Mike, take it over.
Yeah, Andrew, I posted a couple of macro pictures in the chat box that you can share with people as well. That's my setup at home.
Yeah, I think everyone's able to see that, right? Everyone else was able to see those pictures, I think.
So I take a microscope, I have an adapter, then I take my smartphone and I take pictures through the microscope, and I show one example.
Nice. Yeah, a very good example. All right, Mike, take it away. Let's see what you got.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, we got you.
All right, let's talk about cell phone photography for rocks and minerals. Why cell phones? Modern phones have excellent sensors designed to maximize pixel density, computer photography, and macro modes. They are lightweight and you always have them. Many have HDR, which is a real-time photo stacking program, which takes 5 to 10 photos and instantly combines them to get a higher definition photo, and pixel binning, which combines like pixels to get a better high detail photo. Camera settings. ISO is basically your brightness and noise. It controls how sensitive your camera is to light. For minerals, 25 to 200 is an ideal range. You don't want to let in too much light and have it be glary or, you know, too dull. Camera shutter speed, 1 to 130 to 1 to 125 of the second when the phone is stabilized is ideal. And then white balance, that is the color temperature, and you want to mimic daylight, which is 5,000 to 5,500 Kelvin. Focus, auto is good for field shots. For close-ups, you can use your macro. Concentrate on the best feature. I'm going to talk about it later, but if you have a good point and cleavage, you want to concentrate on that and focus around that center of attention. And then the EV, the exposure compensation, this will brighten or darken an image. Start at 0 and adjust to 0.3 if you have a shiny mineral. And then we just talked about HDR, which is good for minerals with highlights and dark shadows. This is a breakdown of lighting. Diffuse natural light, north-facing window, overcast sky, or open shade. I mean, that is my ideal situation where I love going outside and taking a picture of rocks or minerals when it's a cloudy day, but it's bright as well. It really cuts back on the shadows and helps illuminate your mineral. Backlight is good for calcite and agate, where you have semi translucent minerals, and it helps shine through and get the best appearance for those minerals. Side lighting is good for shiny minerals like pyrite and mica, and then you have your UV, which you would need a UV flashlight and will catch your fluorescence invisible to your eye in standard conditions. This is a list of common mistakes. Use autofocus lock and a tripod. Breathe out, tap shutter gently, and consider a remote shutter button, or you can use a timer. Some have an option to hit the volume button to trigger taking a picture, which helps you hold your phone more steady, or there's Bluetooth triggers, speak triggers. Another pitfall is inaccurate color. Shoot raw or use white balance manually, and use a gray card for color reference. A lot of times you see pictures of minerals with no sense of scale. Sometimes I feel like it takes away from the mineral, but sometimes it's good to have a frame of reference for how big that mineral is. Wash out metallic luster, reduce exposure by 1 stop or change your angle. Cluttered backgrounds. White foam board is cheap. I often use like a piece of sheetrock or poster board. And the last one is overprocessing edits. Enhance is what there. Don't create something that doesn't exist. Now let's talk about composition. There's a rule of thirds, which you place your crystal or your point of entrance in the intersection of the grid, not dead center. This will create visual tension and energy. Second is fill in the frame, get close. Most beginners include too much dead space. You want to find the center or focus point and dominate your space on that. Leading lines, use cleavage or striations and or layered banding to lead the eye through the composition naturally. Let the line tell you your story. Background choice, black velvet for metallic sparkly specimens, white for color accuracy, gray for neutral, and enjoy busy patterns that compete with the rock. I tried doing it on a red car. I tried doing it on trash cans. It's best just have a background that will help your rock and not take away from it. There's cheap light boxes you can get. You can make your own out of sheetrock or poster board or anything like that. Depth of field, portrait mode or a macro lens separates specimen from your background. And lastly, multiple perspectives. Shoot from your top down, 45 angle, side on. You want to get different angles of your specimen. It's important to turn the mineral and not turn your camera because you don't want to take away from your frame. You can use a turntable or just turn it manually, but you want to keep that position and your lighting stable. I just went over, shoot at different angles and get different characteristics. You can use your volume buttons, voice timers, Bluetooth buttons to reduce shake and rotate your subject, not the camera, to keep the frame. Take multiple shots because your lighting can vary. An advanced move would be take multiple shots anyway, and you can use these with photo stacking software to compile the best shots and turn it into one shot. Include an item for scale and give it a quick brush blow or use a can of air to clean your mineral off so you don't get any dust, hair, or any debris. Gear that helps. I'm not going to read all of these, but I will save this as a PDF and put it in the Geology Club members only group as a file. So you can download it or come back to it to read it. But, you know, for stabilization, you have different tripod.
Looks like Mike is breaking up.
Phone clamps, lighting tools. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you broke up a little bit. Maybe it was on my end, but maybe if you just back up a sentence and yeah.
Yeah, sure. Lighting tools, you have ring lights, diffusers. You can make your own diffusers. A lot of this isn't necessary, but it's just options for you. And don't know if you caught it or not, but I will put this as a file in the group in case you want to come back and read it. Different light controls and macro magnification tools. They have clip-on magnifiers you can put on your camera to zoom in on different minerals. I use a Jeweler's loop, and it has a little light on it too that you can also get close and take, actolite or pyromorphite and stuff like that. It's cool to get into the vugs and get a close up of minerals that are hiding, or wolfenite or something like that. Backgrounds. There's a lot of kits you can buy on Amazon, of black and white sheets and light boxes and all kinds of stuff. Cleaning tools and field add-ons. And, different items like a turntable for turning your mineral, and weights and Bluetooth shutters. Here is also a sheet I made that will be included in the file that will tell you different minerals and what settings are best for those minerals. And this is something that you can play around with. Like anything, is going to take practice to get good and perfect. So I hope this helps, and thanks.
That was awesome. So yeah, that's what I was worried about. We were all starting to talk about this side of things prior to him being able to present all that. So I knew some of that would be answered. So that's why I wanted to get right into his presentation.
I had that. I was listening. I'm like,
yeah. So does anyone have any questions for Mike? Does anyone have any comments or anything? Feel free to unmute yourself. We'll take a few real quick, and then we'll do the raffle here.
Hey, Mike, this is Ted Schnipper. How you doing? You hear me?
Yes.
Yep, I hear you.
Okay, good. Are you using a specific, phone? Or do you have multiple phones, to
I don't
these
have
pictures?
anything fancy. I just have a Samsung Galaxy.
Okay. So the features that you were showing, is that specific to Samsung, or is that are you purchasing an app that you then use to take your picture?
It's just a standard camera app, and you would choose Pro, and that will allow you to play with different settings.
Okay, because I have an iPhone. I don't remember seeing all those things that you were showing on there. So
yeah,
I don't know if any. Yeah,
it is. Actually, the iPhone's probably one of the best things that you could probably get into, taking pictures with. The Samsung Galaxy would be the next best. Mine is just a Motorola, like with two lenses. I used to have one with four, but I can do so much with this thing, and I'm always looking for the best cameras out there on phones, but really, your iPhone and your Samsung Galaxy are going to be your best two choices. But I can definitely prove you can do better. You can do good stuff without the money, because those are $1,000 phones or more. So mine was $200.
Okay. So Ted, you have an iPhone, you said?
Yes.
So if you go on your iPhone, you pull up the camera app. If you swipe up, oops, I'm sorry. So if you swipe up like right above where you push the button, there's different settings there for your timer, filters, flash, exposure, aspect ratio, all that stuff. So that's kind of a lot with what Mike was touching on.
No, I have it here if you can see
Okay,
it.
so okay, I just wasn't sure if you knew. Yeah,
right,
I thought, yeah, okay,
yeah, there was a few things there I didn't quite see.
gotcha.
That's why I was asking. So, but I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't sure what type of phone. So, okay, I'll have to look a little bit further into this. But like I said, I think I've opened up all the possible things that the iPhone has, but I was not seeing exactly what Mike was showing.
Just look for something called Pro or something like that. There should be manual settings or manual, a way to adjust things manually, which would give you your ISO, your shutter, those different things, the HDR that he was talking about.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Any other questions real quick before we go do the giveaway? All right. Well, let's just do the giveaway then. Everyone wants some crystals. All right. I'm going to go to random.org and we're going to put in 1 to 400. So there we go. Sylvia has collected all the names and numbers. So if you want to unmute yourself, Sylvia, once we get this generated, you can tell us the winner. But basically, I'm just going to hit generate, and the first number that it generates will be the winner. The number, whoever got closest to it without going over, game of or Wheel of Fortune rules, I guess. Yeah. Here we go.
Vanessa was just asking if we put numbers in, so I'm guessing she didn't put a number in yet.
Wait a minute.
I don't.
Isn't Vanessa driving across the country right now?
Vanessa did not.
We made it to Graves. We're here at Graves in Georgia.
All right.
Hey, Vanessa.
All right. So put your number in real quick, or just say a number real quick, and then we'll get you.
All right.
73.
Tony wants 73. I'll do 52.
Okay, hang on. 73 for Tony.
I have 52, Vanessa.
Okay, then I'll do. It's between up to 400.
Yeah.
I'll do 299.
All right.
Okay, Tony, you'll need to change your number because somebody's already got that number.
All right, let me get 392.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys got on there.
Okay, you're okay. You both are okay.
All right. So I want a trip update from you guys because I know you pulled out some massive crystals at Ron Coleman's. So real quick, I'm just going to hit generate. We're going to get a winner and then stand by because I want just give us a little trip recap so far. So here we go, everybody. The winner is 377.
Okay, 377. That is the closest one that without going over is Steve L. Is that Steve?
Steve L.
Where's your big crystal?
And that's he had number 364. Steve L.
Steve L. Can you unmute? Say hi, Steve L. I just need to know who actually Steve L. is. I don't.
Just disappeared.
I think he's there.
I lost you, Steve.
He's on the chat
part. Yeah,
here we
chat.
Can you hear me now?
There you are. Hi, Steve.
Yeah, hello. It's my first time. I apologize.
No worries. What's your last name?
Liggett. Liggett.
Okay. All right. I know you're a member. I remember seeing your name on the list. So can you write that down, Sylvia? And then we will get this sent out to you. You get all of in a bag sent your way. So congratulations.
Thank you all very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. So real quick, let's get a trip update from Vanessa. I really want to hear about this because she dug, you all dug some great crystals yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Look at this one that he pulled out.
Oh.
All right, everybody else mute so they can talk.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh no. Vanessa, I just muted you by accident. I'm sorry. Unmute yourself. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, we pulled out some like amazing stuff from there yesterday. It was just an incredible experience. He pulled this massive one out. We filled up like 3 5-gallon buckets. Beautiful clusters. Yeah, we definitely want to go back again.
So that's Ron Coleman's. That's the famous Ron Coleman out there.
Yep.
Yeah. So describe the operation real quick. They just bring pay dirt out to you and you dig through it, or is they scoop it in, or?
They have the quarries right off to the side there. They bring the pay dirt up. They put it in giant piles for everybody to sift through, and then they'll take after everybody sifts through, they'll take it out and they'll bring fresh dirt in, so they're not layering on top of each other. And they bring the fresh dirt out almost every day. They have if you go on their website, they have a fresh dirt log, it's called. And it's only $25 a person for the whole day, and you keep whatever you find.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So, and next up is Graves Mountain.
Yes. Yep.
All right. Cool. Well, good luck. Drive safe, and we'll see you back here. We'll take care of field trips till you get back.
That's good.
All right. Y'all have fun. All right, everybody. So, does anyone else have anything they'd like to share or talk about real quick before I end the meeting here? It's been a great one tonight. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. All right. Well, with that, Joe and Tina, would you like to say any words before we go?
Don't have too much to say other than we'll see you all this weekend at Mineral Hill, the ones who got chosen to go there. Looking forward to that. We'll have a good time.
We're going to have fun. It's going to be fun.
Yep, always is.
Tina, you got anything?
I'm good.
Okay. As the cat walks by your face again. Cool. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being members. Thank you for being here tonight. We are going to bring so much awesome stuff your way this year. I can't wait to tell you about some of this stuff, but until we get some beta testers, we can't tell you some cool stuff. So
we have 2 volunteers.
Yep. Yeah, Joanna, did you want to say, you didn't say anything about the newsletter. Do you have anything?
No, you covered that in the very beginning.
Cool.
The only thing I'm going to ask is if you're inviting people to our members only group, make sure they answer the questions. We have a big trend of people don't want to answer the questions. They're using alternate names on Facebook to, shield their identities for whatever reason. We're fine with that. We just need to know who they are and if they're members. That's it.
Yep. Cool. All right. Thank you. All right. And so I think that's every. So Sylvia, did you want to say anything?
No, I guess you've covered it too. Renee just put up a question.
Yeah. Renee.
We have that one.
Yeah, I think we did have a cancellation. Renee, email us, drop us an email, and we'll look at it tomorrow, and we'll get back to you. How about that? I think a family did cancel on that one. So, yeah, we'll take a look. All right. Well, everyone, thank you once again. And until next month, like I said, I will hopefully get you a new field trip email by this weekend with a whole bunch more trips that you saw listed there. I'm going to try to find out about Lancaster Amethyst if I can by then. If not, I'll send that out ASAP after I hear. But after that, thank you all. We do have some events that I'm working on. There'll be a Hiawatha paddle boat geological presentation up on the west branch of the Susquehanna River. There'll be some Montour Preserve events. And I'm trying to get the Dillsburg dinosaurs thing with Dr. Jem Patea done together so that we can have that for a youth event in the Central PA area and base it on dinosaurs. The property sits in the Triassic, so it's in a fanglomerate. So it's a very cool area. We can also add some gold, gold panning, that kind of thing. So that'll be a great event. We're working on a lot of things and a lot of cool things for you all to do. So coming soon. But until then, we'll see you out there in the field, and we'll see you around. Thank you all. See you next month.
Good night, everyone.